Life has a habit of taking us by surprise. These moments can change everything. We can feel like life is going one way, only for something to come along and everything goes a completely different direction. These times, these moments can be exciting. They can also be devastating. What do you do in those times? Are you one of those people who welcome the change? Or do you fight and shake your fist at the offense and struggle to accept the new shape that life has now taken? In the first half of the Bible, the Old Testament, we read about a man named Jeremiah. Jeremiah is what the Bible describes as a prophet. A prophet was somebody who heard from God and then tells people what they have heard. In Jeremiah 18, we read, "The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah. Go down to the potter's house, and there I will give you my message." So I went down to the potter's house, and I saw him working at the wheel. But the pot he was shaping from the clay was marred in his hands. So the potter formed it into another pot, shaping it as seemed best to him. Then the word of the Lord came to me. He said, "Can I not do with you as this potter does, declares the Lord. Like clay in the hand of the potter, so are you in my hand." It is as if God is saying, life will change shape. You can't stop it. It is going to happen. How would you respond to this idea, this image, this analogy? I was flying recently when the plane suddenly found itself flying through some rough air. At first it was just a little bit bumpy, and then it continued. The seatbelt sign was illuminated and people that were standing returned to their seats. And then a few minutes later, this plane was really beginning to shake. A stern voice came over the speaker system and instructed all service staff to return to their seats immediately. My youngest daughter was flying with me at the time, and she was not enjoying this experience. She clutched my hand and held it tightly. And in that moment, I looked at her and I looked in her eyes, and I saw that something changed. As she held my hand, the tension, the anxiety that she had suddenly seemed to reduce. Something changed. I guess Jeremiah's experience at the potter's house is like that. We can't change the fact that life sometimes doesn't go to plan. Sometimes there are moments of turbulence. But if, like my daughter, you put your hand in God's hands, then maybe some of the turbulence may ease. It feels like a safe place. Sure, change, turbulence may continue, but you're not alone in it. Often in moments when life hurts, we can feel broken. Modern society doesn't value broken things particularly highly, people included. It doesn't have to be like this. In ancient Japan, people developed a beautiful art called kintsugi. Kintsugi means golden repair. Instead of throwing broken pots away, they would repair them with lacquer dusted with powdered gold. Cracks were filled with gold. These objects, instead of being thrown away, gained a new lease of life, and the new is beautiful. There's a lesson to be learned here that I believe is relevant for us today. There is beauty in the scars. Don't hide the scars. Celebrate them. There is beauty in the scars. If you feel broken, or that perhaps your scars are showing, maybe that's okay. Maybe there is something beautiful at work. So if you feel like your life, your clay, so to speak, is changing shape, and at times this can hurt, trust the potter. Trust his hands. Put your life in his hands.